So the next option under products is archive. So here again we have the same options as we had with the block archive. So just to remind you what the archive means here in the product section, we go back to general and we can see that we had the chance to define an archive permalink, and we were also able to disable the archive. So just bear in mind, if you activated these options, you cannot do anything under this archive section logically because you don't have an archive. But in that case we have, and we see here where we find the URL for the archive. So in that case it is our URL/product. So this basically derives from our permalink section. So I already opened this URL. So again, here we have it /product, and we see it looks like this. And this is basically the design we defined here under archive. Again, we can change this a bit. Let's just adjust it to the archive options we had under block. So we're going to choose a left sidebar and a ratio 9:3, and we're going to update it. Let's go to the front end, refresh the page, and we can see we have it on the left side here, and on the right side we have our products. So also we can again define the layout of the products displayed, or of the list that is displayed. So right now it is still a list, and we want to make it a grid with hover effect again to sort of stick to our corporate identity, so to say. So let's just click update, go back to our page, and we can see now on the left side we have a sidebar that can still be adjusted later on, and on the right side we have our products with a nice little hover effect. So you can see with just a few options you can already make this website look very modern. And of course we can define how many products per page are displayed. We just have 10 products in our system right now, so this is basically irrelevant. And also here again you can define the sorting. Here it's by date. We're just going to change that to rating again, and descending and ascending, and we can define a filter. So we're just going to activate this, go to our front end, and you can see now we can have this little filter option here again, so we can change if we want to have a list or the grid hover effect overview. Our next option is the single section. So in the single section you can define how a single product page looks like. And the first option defines the ratio and if a sidebar should exist or not, and if it exists, where exactly it should appear. So in that case the right bar is defined on the right side with a ratio from 8:4, but we want to keep the design we already used for previous pages on our website. So we're going to define a left sidebar and a ratio from 9:3, and just click update for now. Let's go to the front end and see how the product page looks like. So now we have a sidebar on the left side and the other section on the right side. And we're going to see what other options we have to modify the single page. So the next option is actually the price trend. So let's just activate the price trend. And now we have one more option which defines the position of the price trend. So we're just going to keep under the tabs for now and click update. And now we can see that this little price trend icon appears here. We can click it. And right now nothing happens if we click the link because there is no price trend yet for this product. I imported this product a few days ago and therefore no price trend could be displayed nor calculated. So therefore we don't have it right here in our example. But we can just move on to the demo page from Affiliate Theme.io. And for example, this product has a price trend included. You can also see the link and the icon down here. So if we click it, we're moving down to the bottom of the section, and we can see this price trend right here displayed. So this is a very sensible feature for the product, for the customer to see if it's the right moment to buy the product or not. So next we can define the reviews by visitors. So actually, if people bought the product, for example, and they want to leave a review on their page, they can. And you can activate it right here. So we're just going to click update. Please note, for this feature to work, you have to activate the comment function of WordPress here under settings, because this uses the comment function of WordPress. So this is very important. So let's just update here, and we see that this user review tab is there, and people can comment here and leave a rating. And the rating they give here will actually affect the stars rating up here. So bear that in mind. Every time a customer leaves a review here, it will affect the number of stars on top. And then you can also display related products. And here you have, again, a couple of other options. First of all, how should the similar products be filtered? So for example, we could say by taxonomies. Let's just keep it like this. Let's say number of product, I would say 5. What kind of layout we want. So I'm going to choose grid with hover effect again. Sorting, we want again the rating sorting, and the order as you wish. We're going to click update, go back to our front end, refresh the page, and we can see that a new tab appeared here which says related products. So in that case, there are no related products yet because we didn't define so much information yet. But after you set up your system, there will be again appear similar products, and also you can define them for each product. But here you have rather the general settings under here. So now under single, we defined our related products tab, and also there is an accessoires tab. So, well, this is any gadget that you need for a product. For example, if you sell a notebook, you want a bag or a mouse to be displayed as an accessoire, and those options, just for you to know, are very important because it keeps the customer on your website and they don't just leave it because they just have the single product, but they have a couple of corresponding products or information that they might want to know about. So we're going to choose accessoires with activate now, and we're going to click update. And actually to our product here, I manually added some related products and accessoires because we don't have so much in our system yet. So you can see now that also here products can appear, and under accessoires we have now another notebook, but you know, in the usual case it would be, for example, a mouse. So the next section is called accessoires, and basically here you can define that on each product page also corresponding accessoires are displayed. So for example, if you sell a gaming notebook, as we do in our case here, we want to sell a keyboard and a bag, for example, together with the notebook. So this is what you can do with this option. So we're just going to activate it for now. A new option appears, which is the layout. So we can define if it should be displayed as a list or a grid. So in that case, we're going to choose grid and click update. We're going back to our product page. We click update, and we can see that the new tab accessoires here appears. So in that case, another notebook appears because we don't have any accessoires yet in our system. But we're going to do this in a future video. So we're going to explain how to add the matching accessoire for this notebook, for example. So let's talk about the last two options. Here we have product data and deactivate tabs. So product data is a pretty neat feature. We're going to activate it for now. And in that case, it will begin another tab on our product page on the front end, but we can also give it a special title. I think product data is good for now, and we can define where exactly in the tab section it should be displayed. We're going to keep at start for now, so you can just see what it means. So this is again a bit more complex. Everything that appears under product data, we can define this later on with our custom field group. So this is another topic we're going to talk about. But product data is really that what it says. So this is just a long list of, for example, technical specifications, etc. So also something very important. We're going to click update and we're going to refresh our page, and we can see that the product data is not yet displayed because we didn't define it, but just so that you know it exists, okay? So after we will talk about the custom fields, we will also see the product data. Last but not least, we have the feature to just deactivate it for everything on the single product page. So we're just going to click yes here. Probably you won't want to do that, but just, you know, it's possible. You can see that just a description, user reviews appear, but we don't have this tab section here. But as long as it is not a very simple product or something where you don't want all this information, it's really important to keep it, because this is the heart of the product page where the customer can find all the information needed. So our next option is the price comparison. So let's just talk briefly about this. So in case you have, for example, this notebook here, not just on Amazon, but also maybe on eBay, there will be two prices displayed so that the customer can compare the prices. So in this section, basically, you can define again where and how this price comparison is displayed. And again, in our example, we just have Amazon as an affiliate partner included, so there can be any price comparison displayed because we just don't have any other shop here. So we're just going to move again to the demo page from Affiliate Theme.io, and as you can see here, the same product again as before. We have three different shops included here, and a price comparison is displayed. Also, you can just click show all here, and then you have at the bottom an entire list of all the shops that sell this specific product. So now under prices, we can define a few options about how prices are displayed and generally how our system deals with prices of products. So first of all, you can just deactivate prices globally if you really don't want any kind of price be displayed on your website. That's possible. For example, if you just have a blog rather than a real affiliate website, and you want to just recommend products like more indirectly, and it shouldn't be like a shop, maybe that's an option for you. So we're not going to do this for now because that's not our project, and we have the option old price. This is really interesting. So if available, the old price will be displayed in addition to the current price. So with the most affiliate networks, especially Amazon and most of the affiliate networks, there of course can be an adjustment in the price, and if there is an older price which was much more expensive, it will just be crossed in red by the system, and beneath the new price will be displayed. So you know this option maybe from Amazon, they do the same thing. So I think this is a very sensible feature because it appears to be that the customer saves money, and most of the time the customer actually saves money. So we're going to activate this. Well, then again, you can define the currency format, so how the digits are displayed, and if you want it to be a comma or a point. So here in Europe we usually use a point to separate the numbers, and of course you can also choose the American format. Let's do that for now. The standard currency, US dollar in that case. Please choose how the currency should be displayed, and well, we can say again, do we want spaces here, and how we want it like that, but I think right with spaces is fine for now. Well, then again, you can define a general node. So the general node is displayed beneath the price. So you can see this says here, including 19% VAT. In Germany, it's 19%. So again, here you can adjust it to whatever restriction or law you have in your location, or what you want the customer to see there, but you can also just delete it and display nothing. And also this can be overridden with each product individually. So if there is a specific change to that product, if there is a specific regulation to that product, you can also do that. So next we can define how the price update is displayed. So this is particularly important if you use the Amazon affiliate network. So basically this option is what appears here beneath this information. So this just says when this price was updated the last time. So basically here you just have the percentage, which implies date and time. It's just a placeholder, and you can just change the text around it. So if you just want to change that, you can do it here. And then you can define where this update notice is displayed. So right now it's just on the details page. So it's just if you click on the product and you're on the product page. But you can also say, for example, details page and loop, which means that also in all grids, lists and tables on your website where the products are displayed, you will see the price was updated last time, I don't know, on the 20th of August. So you can do that, or you can activate it everywhere. I would not recommend this. So we're just going to keep details page because we don't want it to be seen everywhere. So then you can still disable automatic sorting by price. This is only relevant if you have multiple affiliate networks activated and your product can be bought via eBay and Amazon and whatever other network you have. Then you can just disable this, and this price overview won't be sorted by the price. So our last option under products is others. So here is just a bunch of things that do not fit into the other categories. So for example, you can define a direct linking from product images. So for example, if you have a product on your landing page and it is, for example, on the right side on the sidebar, you cannot just click the link, but you can actually click on the image and you will end up on the product page itself. So you can also disable star ratings here globally, so that no star ratings at all on your page are visible, or also, of course, then customers can also not give a star rating, but just a normal review. And then you can disable your own reviews globally, and you can also disable product data globally here. So now there are a lot of fallback options here. So for example, if you have yes or no fields defined in your system, this is something that's going to appear later on in the development of your website, you can just define what is the fallback. So if there is no value defined on your product page, for example, if this is does have an SSD drive, for example, or not, then you have, of course, a yes or a no field in that case. And here it's just that in case it's, for example, a yes, it should display this kind of icon, and in case it's no, it should display this kind of icon. So again, you can customize this here. Feel free to do that, you don't have to. And also, of course, for empty fields, you can have a little placeholder here. So this is just this one here, but you can also have whatever kind of abbreviation, which, I don't know, suits your way to tackle this. So last but not least, there are some settings for the grid hover view. So wherever in the WordPress system you defined a grid hover view, we did it now a couple of times, for example, for our archive pages or taxonomy pages, you can define here now more specifically how the hover effect works. So first of all, here you can see an option without hover. So if you don't hover over the product, you can say that the button should be hidden outside of the overlay, and you have again a couple of other options here to just define more specifically the design of this grid hover effect globally.